Hello and welcome to the Catholic Focus on this 20th day of March 2025. Here we inform you through verified news and also bring you the voice of hope through our shepherds in Catholic Church. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. My name is Deborah Mania and our sign language interpreter is Samuel Wainaina. Welcome. The health of the Holy Father has significantly improved and it no longer requires non-invasive mechanical ventilation nor high flow of oxygen. This is according to the latest update on his health by the Holy See Praise Office. The office said, and I quote, "The Holy Father's clinical condition is confirmed to be improving. The Holy Father has suspended non-invasive mechanical ventilation and also has less need of high-flow oxygen therapy. Motor and respiratory physiotherapy is continuing to make progress." End of quote. In the morning of Wednesday, on the solemnity of Saint Joseph, the Holy Father celebrated Holy Mass. The Pope's doctors have said that his lung infections are under control, although not eliminated. The values of his clinical analysis are in the normal range, and the Pope continues to be fever-free. End of quote. We continue to wish the Holy Father quick recovery. What do you know, think, or understand about other religions? The Institute of Interreligious Dialogue and Islamic Studies at Tangaza University held the Interreligious Symposium, which brought together clergy, lay, and religious persons, all from distinct religions. The theme for this year's Interreligious Symposium, which is held yearly by Tangaza University, was Nostra Aetate at 60, Interfaith Dialogue and Synodality in Mission. Nostra Aetate is a document that highlights the Catholic Church relationship with non-Christian religions. The document will hit 60 years this year since its promulgation on 28 October 1965. At the event, the conversation of individual attitude towards other religions took the center stage.
Among the 16 documents of the Second Vatican Council, the shortest in length is Nostra Aetate, the Declaration on the Relation of the Church to Non-Christian Religions. It consists of only 1,141 Latin words and 41 sentences, and is subdivided in only 5 parts. Likewise, the document may have had the fewest hours of formal debates during the general congregations held from the second to the final session of the Second Vatican Council from 1963 to 1965. However, outside the halls of St. Peter's, Nostra Aetate was likely the most debated of the 16 conciliar documents among politicians, journalists, religious scholars, and social observers. The Redemptorist Father Francis Xavier Murphy, under the pseudonym Xavier Rin, rightly observed that no other conciliar document probably had been subjected to so many influences and counter-influences.
Nostra Aetate did not merely open a door, it defined the very architecture of the Catholic Church engagement with the world's religious tapestry. By affirming the rays of truth, illuminating all faiths, it challenged the Church to move from a posture of tolerance and of dialogue, a journey of walking together in a shared reflection and mission.
In an African culture, when a person reaches 60 years, he or she is considered old. Could that also be true for Nostra Aetate? Is it now outdated or irrelevant? This is the question we will have to address. Pope Francis says that, I quote, "We are not so much living in an epoch of change, but a change of epoch." He calls the current situation the Third World War in pieces. Given the polarization of our globalized world, there can be no doubt that Nostra Aetate continues to be not only relevant, but also urgently necessary, even though our vision of interreligious dialogue has.
Healthcare services in Murang'a County are on the brink of crisis as dozens of healthcare workers employed under the Universal Health Coverage UHC program threaten to withdraw their services. The workers, who have been serving for 5 years without permanent contracts, are protesting against low wages and what they term as neglect by Ministry of Health. Our reporter Asasha Elizabeth has more details.
For years, these healthcare workers have been at the front line, ensuring that thousands of residents in Murang'a County receive medical care. But now, frustration has reached a boiling point.
These are health workers who were employed under the UHC program in 2020, when everybody was at home during the time of COVID. We had an agreement with the government that these health workers are going to work for 3 years, then they'll be given their gratuity, then you'll be absorbed, they'll be given a permanent contract. That is what they are referring to, permanent and pensionable. It is good to note that these health workers are working the same terms with the other health workers in the hospital, but they are being paid a quarter of all what other health workers are being paid. When they are increasing the budget of the parliament, yet you reduce the budgetary allocation for critical services, that is the healthcare services.
Impact of this crisis is already being felt. Some health facilities have been forced to close down, while others, which once operated 24 hours, now only provide services during the day.
It is so obvious that we have some of the facilities that have closed down, from running 24 hours to dispensaries, despite them having a lot of facilities that can operate 24 hours. That is to include Kanyanyaini Health Center, I can see City, I can see the Gatongoro, all those facilities. They are running just during the day and like during the night. This is a waste to the county because of the much we have improved and we have invested in our county. Not only those two facilities, we have a few, and we are in just some others have been affected. So ours is just to plead with you. We can't afford. You know always what we argue for. Equal job, equal pay. Let people be paid what is due to theirs. These people cannot develop. 6 years is a lot of time. So we are just here knowing how capable you are and you can push our agenda.
Parliament, wakati ilikuwa inapitisha budget kule Nairobi, they were supposed kuweka pesa zenyu. Because I think what you are saying, you make a lot of sense. It is true. Ile kazi mnafanya, we appreciate. And may God bless you. May God bless you. Particularly kuangalia hao watu wagonjwa. But when umesema mimi ni kunituma. Sio umesema? Umenituma wakati tuko na hizo meetings to push your interest.
Addressing the healthcare workers, Murang'a Governor Irungu Kang'ata acknowledged their grievances, urging the national government to intervene.
I will do my best. I hope serikali kuu itasikiza matakwa yenu. And be assured, serikali kuu wakati tunakutana kama CUG, sisi we shall do that which we need to do, which is hiyo maneno yenu. What national government can do ni kupatia ile inaitwa conditional grant. Hajaitupatia. Bas. So, umenituma nitauliza conditional grant. Lakini haiwezi kuja kwa Murang'a pekee. Si lazima ikuje the entire country. I think that would be the best way.
The healthcare workers have vowed to down their tools if the government does not act swiftly to regularize their employment terms and improve their salaries.
But what we have decided, we withdrew our services, and we are not going to resume our services until they convert the terms.
With no clear resolution in sight, healthcare in Murang'a County hangs in the balance. The question now is whether the government will act before it's too late. Asasha Elizabeth, reporting for the Catholic Focus, Capuchin TV, Murang'a County.
Residents of Ruiru, Kiambu County are divided over a move to establish an asphalt company in the area, while residents of Mabley Estate oppose the proposed construction of the plant, citing health risks. Those in the nearby areas of Biashara Ward welcome the move, saying the multi-billion investment would create job opportunities. Our reporter Susan Bulemi has more details.
During a public participation meeting held at the proposed site in Biashara Ward, some members of the local community and their leaders expressed their concerns about health risks posed by the asphalt-making plant.
The other issue is something called noise-induced hearing loss as a result of kelele mingi. Unfortunately, that's not treatable. The only way is to buy hearing aids. So if we allow this thing to go on, 80% of us in the next 3 years will be wearing hearing aids.
But we can tell you there's no need to invest more money in the consultation fee because we will not agree to this project. And I believe most of us here agree that we oppose this project in totality.
Representatives of the investor, Strabag Construction Company, had assured participants that safety measures will be put in place and that the plant will not harm residents.
There's something called air dispersion modeling and noise modeling. We can get noise from a vehicle, separate noise from a factory. All those are part of this type of study we are talking about. So if it's about which pollutant is going where, we can go to that resolution if need be. But I don't think it will be difficult for us to make a report which is inclusive and incorporate everybody's view.
The forum, chaired by Ruiru Deputy County Commissioner Julius Storr and attended by members of the Kiambu County Assembly, Kemani Wanduta of Biashara Ward and John Kamande Koches of Getodhua, is a constitutional requirement before any factory or industry is established in an inhabited area. Speaking on behalf of residents, Samson Maina said asphalt plants are associated with production of volatile organic compounds, which if released into the air can cause health complications when inhaled. However, a group of youths from the neighboring areas say they support establishment of the company as it would create job opportunities. They claimed most of the factories in Ruiru were established without any public participation exercise being undertaken and that there is no proof that the asphalt plant will be harmful to locals.
Kampuni iko sawa. Hivyo wamesema watatengeneza mambo ya hizo mashida kidogo kidogo. Tutashukuru sana na vijana wetu wakuwe wamepata kazi.
Kampuni ambayo inataka kufunguliwa hapa ni manufaa kwa kila mtu, kwa watoto wetu, kwa vijana wetu, madugu zetu na madada zetu pia. Na wale wa mama ambao pia wanaangalia hao vijana wadogo.
The MCA says they are neutral and would like the relevant authorities to consider the concerns raised by all the stakeholders.
Ni vizuri yale maswali yameulizwa yaweze kujibiwa. Ni vizuri yale maneno ambayo yameweza kunakiliwa ikiwa kama concerns na views za wananchi hawa wote. Mimi sitasema nawakilisha watu wa Biashara Ward kwa sababu this is actually Ruiru municipality.
Our issue is the people. If you don't agree with the Mabley people, what they are saying, na niliwaambia pale juzi, hii mambo itakuwa ni ngumu tafadhali. Na hiyo mimi siwafichi, hii mambo itakuwa ni ngumu.
Reporting for Catholic Focus, my name is Susan Bulemi.
And now over to Busia County. The family of Sebastian Chita Muswenje, a retired end teacher who was brutally murdered on 29th August 2023 at his home in his Vandala village, Butula constituency, Busia County, is pleading with the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, the DCI, to intervene and help them get justice. According to his eldest son, Godfrey Muswenje, suspects who were initially arrested after the incident were later released, and nearly 2 years down the line, the family is yet to receive any significant progress on the case from the authorities.
Mzee Sebastian alipatikana mwili kwa nyumba yake akiwa amewawa tarehe 29 mwezi wa 8 mwaka wa 2023. Lakini siku yenye aliweza kupatikana na mfanyikazi akiwa amewawa ilikuwa tarehe 30 mwezi wa 8 2023. Mimi nimehuzunika sana na nimeweza kuhangaika sana kwa sababu natafuta justice ya mzee. Hii kesi baada ya mzee kuwawa iliweza kuripotiwa katika kituo cha polisi cha Tingolo na ikachukuliwa na maafisa wa ujasusi wa DCI wa Butula. Lakini tangu wakati huo haki haijapatikana. DCI waliweza kushika wale watu ambayo walikuwa ni suspect, na kijana wa kwanza kushikwa aliwekwa ndani na akamaliza wiki 2 kisha akaachiliwa. Kuna wale watu ambayo DCI ilishika kutoka kwa boma na kisha ikawaachilia kwa sababu walienda wakaandikisha statement na wakarudi. Alafu kuna wale ambao waliweza kutoroka lakini hawakushikwa. Kwa hivyo tunalilia haki kwa sababu DCI ndio inaweza tanzua kitendo hiki, kwa sababu lazima tupate wale wauaji, ndio mzee pia mahali alienda apumzike akiwa na haki. Miaka zinaenda lakini hatujapata jibu kutoka kwa DCI ya Butula, na kwa hivyo tunaona ya kwamba ilikuwa compromised. Kwa hivyo tunaomba kama serikali iweze, kwa sababu iko na mitego ya kutosha, iweze kutegua kitendawili hii ili mzee haki yake iweze kupatikana. Ninaomba DCI ile ya Nairobi headquarter pamoja na Office of the Public Prosecution na IPOA iweze kuchukua mambo haya ili haki ya mzee iweze kupatikana.
And that cry for justice brings us to the end of Catholic Focus tonight. My name is Deborah Mwani and our sign language interpreter has been Samuel Wainaina. Goodbye.